Feliz Navidad, everybody. Welcome to the Kicking Off Football podcast. I'm your host, Blair. I'm joined by a stellar cast of lads tonight. I've got my former boss, now current co-host, Ben Ballantyne. Right, Ben?
I am buzzing.
Good win for the Hull this weekend.
Yeah.
The Tigers, for the say.
Fourth, mate.
Fourth, flying.
Can't believe it.
Nobody in charge. No one saw it.
It's defying the odds of these. Everyone is thinking that we're going to be relegation fodder.
I know, hilarious. Joe, my good friend Joe's online. He's back online after now Liverpool started winning again. He's back. Funny enough.
That's what I said earlier. Yeah, I'm back now. I can't get any hard questions now. It's all right.
Yeah. I think the last time we recorded, Slot was getting sacked, and now he's won 3 in a row. And it's like, he's fifth now. It's all rosy, isn't it? And I'm joined by Talk Sport's very own Dan Fudge. All right, Dan.
That's good, mate. You all right?
Yeah, very good. Thanks for joining. Dan's the host of the Wednesday Week podcast. We met because Wednesday is shit. And I used to text Dan all the time saying, he's fucking wanking. And he went, come online. Let's come online and just people are football.
Just come and have a whinge, mate. Just come and have a whinge.
And we saw the greatest game of football we'll ever see. I don't think we'll ever top it. At Hillsborough, the 4-0 comeback against Peterborough.
I think that's where we coined the phrase "up the shagging Wendy's." I think on that day as well. That's where it came from. Who knew at that point it was all going to go south after that?
Yeah, that was the high point.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Right. Anyway, let's go. So much football happened this weekend. I love it because there's no Monday night game because of Christmas and stuff. I don't know what the main topic would be tonight. I'd probably start with that game what's just happened on it. Man United, Aston Villa. We keep talking about Unai Emery. I don't know if you can say anything good about anything else good about him at the moment, because I think we've exhausted every what's the word, expletive? What's the word, Dan? When you're describing someone as good, I can't remember.
Superlative.
Superlative. That's the one.
That taxed me. That you put me on the spot there, bro.
You're a Londoner now, mate. You're intelligent.
Oh yeah, I know all the words because they're renowned for talking rate good down in London, right? So you've got in it like man's got bare words. You get me? Like man's like worded up the actual wazoo. You get me, bro? I don't think they've ever said wazoo.
Anyway, me and Joe got pissed the other week, and we were talking about Emery, and they didn't score a goal, Dan, for their first 5 games, and they didn't win a game for the first 5. They're 3 points off top of the league. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, Emery was in trouble at the start of the season, and then all of a sudden it seems to have turned around, and I think that's in about 25 years. That's only about the 5th time they've actually beat Manchester United. They've got a shocking record against them, and ironically, I think this fixture was Emery's first game against Manchester United, and end up beating them then. So I feel like there's a monkey off the back of Aston Villa, and they are absolutely going. And I'm going to sound like my father here, going great guns.
They are going great guns. Ben, Morgan Rogers. I mean, we were saying the other week that Joe Bellingham's got the start for England.
Mm.
God, is Rogers the number 10 for England in the summer? Because it's looking, he's unbelievable, isn't he?
I think it's certainly an option, isn't it? And I think the main thing for England is making sure that you don't just play that strong 11 constantly and burn them all out. You know, they've got so many options now that they need to be in certain games mixing it up. And Morgan Rogers has got a massive shout. I think it's gonna. Well, it's pushing Palmer even further out, I think, because with Palmer, you have to carry him a bit, don't you? Because with him defensively, and Morgan Rogers is just an absolute powerhouse, isn't he?
Oh God, Joe, that first goal that Rogers scored today, Jesus Christ,
crazy. My other half's a Man United fan, and even she were like, "That's fucking amazing." It's just where he keeps it in as well. They weren't even just the finish, because the finish were great, but to take that touch and keep it in on byline and then manage to get past Euro and top corner.
I think I was just going to say, I think the sad thing is that you'll probably see him in a Chelsea shirt soon. Because Villa are going to have to sell, aren't they, again, no matter what, because of the financial situation. Even if they get Champions League football again, they're going to be so deep into it. I think he's going to be one that people are prepared to pay silly money for, and they're going to have no choice, as sad as it is.
Well,
yeah, he's got huge amount of money chucked in January price tag. You know what I mean? You know those big signings that happen in January for a ridiculous amount of money. I think he's going to be one to watch on that.
Absolutely.
Well, and if it's not January might turn his head, but if he has a good World Cup, then that's it, isn't it? You know, like how many players get signed because of a good World Cup as well? Like he could.
He could play off left for us as well. He don't even need to play as a 10. Like both his goals today came from left, and he's got that little bit of pace, not loads, but he can hold ball up and run. He's just great.
What I loved about his second goal today was, but when he got the ball in the box, he just kept going with it. He didn't think of passing it or shitting himself. He thought, 'cause he just knew if you touch me, it's a penalty. And then once he got in the middle in the area, he thought, fuck it, I'm just going to twat this as hard as I can, and it went in. It's like, wow.
You see, these are the type of phrases I can't say. He got into the box and thought, fuck this, I'm going to twat it. And sometimes there are other phrases that evade me, you know what I mean? And all I can think is like my Yorkshire roots going, just fuck it, just smash it right hard. You know what I mean?
But we see it in the Championship, Dan, don't we? But how many players don't do that, though? They'll get in the box and they'll turn around, or they'll pass inside and they'll pass out to the D. And it's like they're scared to hit it. And I'm like, why? It's refreshing to see it. And there's not better seeing a ball absolutely fly past the goalkeeper.
Well, I think it's just where stats are going, isn't it? I think they're all more bothered about that it's a missed shot rather than, getting a bloody successful pass off.
Yeah,
I don't know why they do it.
I tell you what's happened, Ben. The nerds have got all the football. The absolute geeks have got all the football. What's that geezer with the turkey teeth? I know I'm throwing stones in glass houses here. What's that geezer with the turkey teeth at Newcastle? Is it Tyndall? He's he's a low-key nerd and all. And what he did, they were the ones that realised that set pieces in terms of success compared to open play are the way to score goals, cost statistics. And as a result, we've got this weird game where every foul seems to be a booking, and every free kick is a goal scoring opportunity. Even I read some statistic about defending a corner is a goal scoring opportunity, but you're defending the corner if you stick somebody on the edge of the box and stuff like that. It's absolutely nuts. And sometimes, we're at the bottom of the Championship, absolutely dying on our ass. But you look at football at the higher end of the Premier League, because that's what you get to see, and it's boring. It's genuinely boring because it's too good. No one's slipping over, And I know that I'm sat here like an old man now, going, it's not the same as what it was in the 90s, and Paul Merson sinking the pints and running past geezers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I understand that, but come on, man. There doesn't seem to be any flair players, and I'm going up as recent as like 2017, 2018, when you look at players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, right? He used to when he played for Manchester United at the back end of his career. There were points there where he'd do something a bit out of the ordinary, a bit different, a bit quirky, and that's always what made great players. I just don't feel we've got those players anymore. I don't know if they exist. You mentioned Cole Palmer earlier on, and that goal he scored in the Euros final against Spain. That was the closest we're going to get. Somebody thinking in the last 5 minutes, sod this, let's give it a pop. But the nerds have got football now, I'm afraid, lads. I worry for the future generations.
A lot of the players have turned into athletes rather than football players now, haven't they? So it's all about how fast they can run, how their injuries, if they can stay injury free, what the crossing percentage is like, what the pass percentage is like. But you don't see players. There's been loads of good players in Premier League that probably don't top any at stats, but you remember them for a reason, and it's because they've got that bit of flair and that bit of tenacity,
personality,
exactly,
isn't it? Like, there's no personality anymore either, because that's all been coached out of them and all. Like, I listened to the Soccer AM lads have got a new podcast out, and it's quite entertaining actually. No one about like
Soccer AM.
Yeah.
Was it a group of old men sat around going, "Can't get away with that nowadays"? That's pretty much it.
But they're basically saying like they've interviewed players who are playing in the Premier League now, and they're really funny. They have really loads of stories, anecdotes, and all that sort of stuff. And then by the time they get a final cut out, it's all been taken out because like the agents got involved. They go, no, strike that out.
Oh, so they literally can't say that nowadays.
Yeah, so they literally can't say anything anymore. It's that, but that's why they're all boring. That's why we think they're all boring as well, and they play like it and all. So
and every single person's media trained from 15-year-old now. It's so boring.
Yeah.
I want good interviews again.
You know, but we're obsessed with it for some reason. Right, we'll move on from. I think Villa, if they can win the league, that'd be one of the best stories ever. I'd absolutely love it. I can't see it, but I'd absolutely love it. Unbelievable story, and I hope the finances rules can get changed a bit to help them out a bit, because I do feel sorry for them, because if they lose more players again, it's something they can't recruit.
But it's only going to get worse. It's going to Champions League rules, isn't it? With
SCR, isn't it? SCR. What is it? Squad cost ratio, they called it now.
Yeah, and you can only spend
85% of your turnover now, rather than 90 or whatever.
I know, but Villa are something like 98% into it. They're so far in trouble that I don't think it matters what they do. They're going to have to sell and sell big.
I tell you what, you're mentioning percentages there. When I did a deep dive in the summer about where Chansiri was running Sheffield Wednesday, at some point we were at 274%. So up the Wednesday.
We'll mention him in a bit, Dan. Don't worry. Fucking useless. Right. Did anyone see the Newcastle-Chelsea game?
Yes. Yeah, I watched it.
Because this podcast is going to turn into slagging off referees very quick, because there is some decisions throughout the rest of the fixtures. What happened yesterday, which are unbelievable. First, 4 minutes of the Chelsea-Newcastle game, Joe? Palmer sort of has his foot at an angle. It's not up. His legs are up, but at an angle, and they're saying, it should be a sending off that. And to me, I'm like, Christ, you can't even lift your toes up anymore without people looking at it slowed down.
But I hate to say it, but it's player dependent, isn't it? It's player dependent nowadays. So obviously Palmer can get away with it if it is a red card. I don't think it is. Not every single sort of bad challenge is a yellow card or a red card. It just seems to be going the way of, because they can slow every single challenge down, everything's just looked at under a microscope. It's just like, just play it at full blast. If it doesn't look like it, just don't get on with it. Just get on with it. But it doesn't seem to be that way.
Ben, I'll tell you who needed a goal after last week of scoring an own goal in Tynemere derby was Voltemada.
Yeah.
He got 2 early goals for Newcastle. God, he needed them goals, didn't he?
He did. I told you in summer, though, he's a top player, him. And I think he'll go on to do big things. Well, Voltemada, I think he's got everything. And it really, his style, I think, really suits Newcastle. Unfortunately, they've been going through it. They're so hit and miss, aren't they, from one week to the next, Newcastle? But what I really like about Newcastle and what suits Voltemada more than anything is both of their wingers, no matter who they've got on the pitch, are unbelievably direct, aren't they?
Well, the cross early as well. The cross early. They get the ball ripped in early.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll tell you what, Ben, a lot of people speak a lot about Isak's move to Liverpool, and it gets forgotten about that he had 2 of the best wingers for getting the ball into the box, did Isak, when he was playing at Newcastle. So it's not about Isak dropping his arse now he's gone to the other coast. It's more the 2 best things that Isak had in his arsenal are still at Newcastle, and now you've got the next geezer in the chair, which is Voltemada, who's I'm not talking down whatsoever, but I think that doesn't get spoken about enough. A lot of focus is on the player. It doesn't get spoken about enough what Murphy and Gordon are doing or did for Isak and what they're doing for Voltemada now.
Yeah,
crossing seems to be a dying art, doesn't it? It's like the players are obsessed with running to the end of the pitch and then dribbling in. And then passing back across the goal.
Yeah, Jermaine Pennant made a career out of crossing. Couldn't do else, but he could cross. And it takes a lot of the actual, fun jeopardy out of the game not crossing. Because everyone just goes down wing, turns back and passes it back to the defenders.
Yeah, Yeah, and
Boring football.
It catches defenders out. Dan, you were a big centre half, weren't you? Like you must have hated it if someone whipped an early crossing and you've got to look off your shoulder.
Yeah. When you've got to run backwards and there's a geezer running towards you at full pelt, and it was always the smaller kid. The dark arts have to get brought in, and early crosses are an absolute pig to deal with. You know, I was in a nightclub once, met a girl who was 6'1". I said, "Can you play on Sunday?" Turns out she couldn't. Bullshit.
Ben Voltemada's second goal, absolutely loved it. Talk about crosses. Harvey Barnes rips it in.
Yeah.
He gambles and he just sticks a toe out, little touch, straight past the goalkeeper. Love out like that, me.
I do. It's what it's so frustrating, isn't it? And I think this is what we've been saying for a while. Of like when, for instance, we were talking about Arsenal and how boring it can be. Not so much because they just want to keep possession constantly and they'll just recycle play over and over again. And sometimes you just think, don't you, like, just get it in the box, even if you don't score. It constantly puts teams under pressure, and then they're more than likely going to make a mistake in the next 5-10 minutes because you're putting them under that pressure. You know, I think most teams, and you see even in an international level now, most teams are perfectly well capable of setting up when you just play football in front of them. They'll just put two banks of four in front of you, and at least, you know, two banks of four, and just sit there and defend in a good shape.
I'll tell you what, it's coming back, Ben. Two banks of four. We're going back to 4-4-2, and long throw-ins are back in. Come on! Barkley days are coming.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Pulis will be back in management in no time.
Yeah. Big Sam and Pulis are getting ready.
Yeah. Warm it up, boys. Start the car.
Speaking of Pulis, I'm desperate for Pulis to talk about Wednesday. There must be some stories there.
I've been spamming him with so many emails, like every other day. Tony, come on, tell us about the app. Tell us about the shit app that we gave you. You know what I mean? Like
10 games in charge, you were, weren't you?
And not one of us saw it.
all COVID, fucking amazing.
I tell you what, I was already in love with our new manager, but when I turned up at the weekend and saw that our starting lineup was a 4-4-2, couldn't believe it. What a hero! Give him a new contract now. That's all I need.
Sign him up. Sign him up.
Reece James scored an amazing free kick. I think he's a great player. If he weren't broken all the time, he'd be one of the world's best. But unfortunately, he can't do longer than 6 games, can he, without getting injured?
No, did you see? It might have been someone on TalkSport had said like, "Oh, I think Nick Pope would have got to that because he was taller." I think you could have put 2 Nick Popes together that wouldn't have got near that.
I know. Absolute worldie. Joe, at 2-1 Newcastle, it goes to VAR. Who is it? Harvey Barnes is wiped out in the box. Absolutely wiped out in the box.
No, Gordon, weren't it?
Gordon. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm looking at that.
I've never seen a more Stonewall pen in my life.
Like, if he went shoulder first, fair enough. That's just a shoulder barge. That's part and parcel of the game. But he goes leg across, hip into him, and then shoulder barges him off pitch. I'm like, that's that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Doesn't play the ball.
No, don't even get near the ball. No.
Absolutely wipes him out. It goes to VAR and they go, nothing in that. And you're like, what? But you can stand on the end of someone's boot, they fly over. They would do somersaults, and they go, penalty. That stood on his foot. You're like, what?
I just can't work out from one week to next and what they're prepared to get involved in and what they're not. Because they just, when they do or they don't, they just change the narrative to suit whatever decision they made, and that's what's frustrating.
It's what we've spoke about all season is just consistency, but they just don't have any. They're inconsistently bad all the time. Like the ratio of stuff they actually get right must be very low, because every time I watch it, like the Voltemada second goal, it took him about 15 minutes to go, he's onside. Yeah, when you could clearly see he's behind his right side at defender, and you're like, why is it taking this long? And they're like, automated offsides weren't working. Like, you can see
weren't working. weren't working. Fucking hell. This is like the Ashes all over again with snickometer. The wrong microphone turned on, weren't bloody working. But that's it, right? And look, I was all on for VAR coming in. You know, I watch American football. One of you lads were talking about it off air as I was trying to sort my camera out. But, like, you know, you celebrate the touchdown, you celebrate the goal, and then it gets called back or it doesn't. It kind of adds another bit of jeopardy in it. Or, you know, all these dads moaning about, well, it takes the thrill out of the game. No, it doesn't. It's fucking brilliant. It adds something else on top. And it does. My issue with VAR specifically is that it's not rolled out across the football pyramid. Because, for example, you know, playing low-level football like I was, we had this thing called the sin bit. You know what I mean? So you could get sent off for 2 minutes, which I invariably did most weeks. And then I had to stand there next to the gaffer with the mug on and then got called back on. They don't do that at the higher leagues of football. And then in the, you know, national leagues and the up and as high as the championship, they don't have VAR. So we've got three different games of football getting played at different levels. And I don't like it. Yeah, football's football.
And then the FA Cup has VAR.
In some grounds and others. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be a lot more consistent if they had to talk like they do in the rugby when they're making the decision. Like, and everybody heard it in the stadium. Because they only tell you when they've made the decision, which for me is pretty much pointless. You know, like, because you're already going to know in about 1 second what the decision is. They don't need to tell you just before they're about to make it. You know, if they had to have the conversation like live and it was only between 2 or 3 people and they were just getting on with it and it had to be professional because it was coming over a tannoy, it'd be much more efficient. But they have about like 6 people just at
they're all shouting over
it sounds so unprofessional, and you can completely understand how on earth can you make a decision quickly in that environment. I don't think it's fit for purpose at the moment.
It's like trying to do this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're not paid millions. We just get 12 views. And then Chelsea equalised. Joe, it was shit defending, wasn't it? Absolute shit defending. Who was the centre half? He got absolutely ruined by
Malik Tar, how you pronounce it. It was a weird one though, because I mean, Newcastle should have been out of sight in that first half alone. Like, Walter Maida did score 2, but he also missed a couple of really good chances. Then obviously, Maresca, credit to him, obviously he's took him into that dressing room and just gone, what was fucking doing? Like, get back on there and play a bit like this, or target, you know, certain players, and it worked. He obviously got them back into it, and they probably could have won it in the end, really, couldn't they? But I don't know.
That decision, if anyone's not seen it, you should go out and find it, because it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
because you'll look at every penalty decision going, how is that a penalty and that weren't? You'll just do it all the time now. Wednesday against Watford, the penalty Wednesday get away, or what was given against Wednesday was Palmer touched his arm, but then the player like span around like a bloody like a tornado, like Sharknado.
Sharknado.
And he sat there going, like that pull would not make you do that motion. I mean, luckily he missed it anyway, but it was just like it's baffling. It's absolutely baffling. Like you say, I feel like I don't know the rules anymore.
Yeah, especially offside and handball. Absolutely thrown me now. Yeah. The handball one. Do you remember as a kid you used to sit there and go, "It was ball to hand." I'm going to blow your minds here, kids. There was never a rule ever in the history of football rules that was ball to hand. It was never a thing. It was just things that kids used to shout when somebody would hoof it right at them and they go, "Fuck off!" You know what I mean? They go, "It was ball to hand." No, not a thing, lads. Not a thing.
Well, maybe that's how we fix it, Dan. We just bring in the ball to hand.
That's it, yeah. Just get it in, and then every kid has grown up knowing how that ball to hand rule works. And then what they do, they kind of conduct some kind of poll against all the other players that are playing on the pitch and go, "Yeah, that was ball to hand." They usually one of the opposing team to go, "Didn't see it," and it's all gone to shit. That's how it works.
There'd be no arguments anymore, would there? Everyone would just go, it's fucking ball to hand, lads. Everyone knows that rule.
But then again, we're going down a slippery slope here. At some point, like you can imagine Cole Palmer just picking his ball up and going, "My ball, I'm going home." You know what I mean?
When's goalie when getting in there? Goalie when?
You have one goalie, and then you have and the person whose ball it is decides who plays on what team. Do you remember that as a rule? Yeah. I'll have Semenyo. I'll have Palmer. you know.
Yeah, funny enough,
you can have Titus Bramble.
Yeah, I was always on the shit team. Funny enough. Joe, go on then. Arne Slot. I ain't spoke to you for a couple of weeks. What's he done differently since that Leeds game? We were pissed up watching that Leeds game. Has he changed anything, or is it just like good players playing good?
He's had to change personnel, hasn't he? Because obviously Gakpo's out, and funnily enough, when Gakpo's not just cutting inside and losing ball, they actually do play well.
Got a bit more. Gets a bit more freedom.
We've not heard all bad about Kirkes the last 3-4 games, whatever it's been. And I like Gakpo. I think he's really good, but he's got just a tell, hasn't he? It's like a poker player scratching the nose every time they got a good hand. It just cuts in, and as long as you block off that cut, then he loses ball and it gets turned over. But yeah, we've been a little bit more fluid, and we've packed the midfield, which I think's given us a bit more stability. Playing with sort of like 5 midfielders instead of 3 midfielders, 1 at right back, and then 4 forwards. It doesn't really work that well. So
how's Kanate getting on? Is he still shite, or has he had a kick up the arse?
Since Madrid went, we're good. We don't want him. He's been fantastic.
Oh, really?
Last 4 games, he's probably been one of.
Do you feel like? I mean, a lot of questions. I'm sorry, lads. My apologies, but I wanted to ask these questions because I have these conversations in the Boza and Van Dijk, right? Van Dijk's obviously not performing to the the levels in which he's capable of. Do you reckon there's a level of fatigue in there? Because there's a point where he's been great, and I read an excellent article today about some players, and Salah and Van Dijk are great examples of this. Some players not being able to come to terms with the fact that their abilities wane as they get older, and sometimes it can be instant, and sometimes it can be a gradual drop. Have the Liverpool fans started to fall out with Van Dijk yet, or are they? Nah. I mean, he's got a bit of in the bank, hasn't he?
He's probably got more in bank than most, even including Salah. I think he's just been that. He was the one piece that came in and completely changed how we were as a team. As soon as he came in, we actually looked like we could defend and weren't conceding 2-3 goals a game. But he's still been our best defender this season by a mile. Like if you look at our back 4, none of them have been good. None of them have played to their level, let's say. I mean, Szoboszlai's probably been our best right back this season, which is
I think he's great.
Crazy. He's been our player at season. He's been, but
I think it's amazing.
He's the engine for our team. So I can't say anything bad about him.
Reason I'm asking is my stepbrother was the under-16 coach and the videographer at Liverpool for like 10 years, and then he went to go to El Ettifaq to go and work for Steven Gerrard, which we all know how that went. But he will never have to work again in his life. You know what I mean? The fact that he's not flying me up via helicopter to go and see him at Christmas has already pissed me off. You know what I mean? But I remember talking to him. You know, we referenced it earlier. Ben referenced it earlier on about
athletes,
about different types of what they look for in a player now, and the characters have gone and stuff like that. And it turns out that ability to play football is 8th on the list in terms of what they're looking for. And it's all physicality and mentality. And then when we're talking about it, he always used Van Dijk as a, as you know, mentality and physicality, benchmark to go to. And I started slagging off Joe Gomez because how he's playing at Liverpool is absolute. He must sit there every day and go, "What? Oh, Liverpool, I'm still here." So I find it incredible. I honestly, he's nowhere higher than top end Championship as a player for me. And
you know what's crazy? Before his knee injuries, he was nearly on par with Van Dijk for his performances.
Really?
There were one season where Van Dijk and Gomez were our partnership. and it were unbreakable. Like, I think we'd not conceded for like 6 games or something in a row at the start of the season, and then Joe Gomez goes to international duty and snaps his ACL, comes back, has a few good games again. A little bit shakier because he's just had his knee blown up. And then the next international break, he gets called up again, and then the exact same injury happens in training again. So the two
Christ.
ACLs obviously has definitely taken out a lot of his physicality, I guess, because you can't train, your body will weaken and stuff. But when he's been called on for us this season and last season, he's been great. Obviously, he's very injury prone now because I say he's knocking on.
He's made a Lego
been
now,
playing
yeah.
since he was like 18. And he's 27 now, I think, something like that. So
He was. I tell you what it is. To bring it full circle, what got him into that team to start with was his. It's going to sound weird using this word, but ability. But what he kept doing is, like I say, my brother was the videographer. He'd constantly be asking for feedback. He'd constantly be going, where could I have done that better? What could I have done and stuff like that. And so he's actually worked at being a better player. Me personally, I got time of day for him since he had that tear up with Sterling on the pitch. Was it England duty or something like that where him and Sterling had a tear up, and I thought he can get in the bin. But fair play to him. But the ability to ask for feedback is higher up in the list of what coaches are looking for than actually ability to play football.
Being good at football.
Well,
but I guess when you look at it, though, you'd want that in a normal workforce. So why wouldn't you want it in a player? Like, you want the people who want to do better. You want
especially if it's paying off.
Hunger. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I think with Van Dijk especially, people have said he's had a bad season, but if it weren't for him, I'd dread to think where we would have been in that period of
So you're sticking with him then. So I can go back to the boozer and go, Van Dijk still got it in the bank.
Yeah, I just think
he's playing exactly how he's played for the last few years, but we've had that much of an inconsistency in that back four. It's hard for any player to look head and shoulders above anybody because you've got three players who've been changed that many times in what 20 odd games in, including Champions League. And I think it's just that inconsistency at back four it's making everyone second guess themselves. And obviously having Alisson out as well for a while, you don't know what new keeper's going to do. And I think there's just a lot of factors, especially this season. New formation, it's a learning curve, and it seems like we're turning a corner just somewhat.
For me, he's not obviously completely off it, but I just think there's been lots of examples this year where I think he's like when they get to that age, all of a sudden they go away for the summer and they come back and they've lost like 2 yards of pace and they're a little bit off it. I just think there's been times this year where like Van Dijk stepped off something, and usually his reactions would be so sharp, he would just read everything before everyone. And there's just been times this year where he's been caught out and he's thought like, oh shit, because whereas usually he would completely control it. And I'm not saying he's been bad. It's just, I think it just
he's on the way down, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's just a natural thing with his age. And it hadn't helped with obviously you having all of the changes at the back at Liverpool, and then I think Van Dijk's been having to overcompensate for the fact he's trying to do like 4 men's job and not just his own, which maybe hasn't helped him as well because he's trying to manage where everybody is at all times. And the amount of times you've seen him turning around trying to like bollock Konate because he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and then next minute the forward's running past Van Dijk because he's trying to help out. But I just think Liverpool are going to have to replace him quickly, aren't they?
I tell you what, I'm sorry, Blair, bear with me. I know you want to move on. My apologies, but there was something that happened a couple of weeks ago, right? And have you all seen that meme of that? I don't want to be overly mean, but the overweight Liverpool fan with the highlights, the early 2000 highlights on the phone crying. It gets used a lot, right? Yeah. Did anybody else think that Jamie Carragher in the TNT studios calling somebody up about Konate was like the modern day version of that? Who's he talking to? Why is he calling somebody to whinge about Konate midway through a game?
Oh God, I can't stand that man.
Honestly,
I don't know he's got any cheek to complain about anyone.
No,
Isn't it? Why does he talk like he was world class?
He won't even get on Liverpool's bench now.
Nah, not even prime Jamie Carragher would get in at Crystal Palace right now.
No, absolutely not. he was just a shit kicker, and they won't even get into a team nowadays because, well, you get booked for breathing on someone nowadays, don't you? So
That too.
do what he
That
does.
too. Sorry, Blair. I was getting some pub chat there. Like,
I really enjoyed that. Joe Isaac came on, scored, great goal. I tell you why I knew Isaac. I tell you why I knew how I knew he was hurt, because he scored and he stayed down and he didn't roll about. He just stayed flat. Just like,
so I said as soon as I saw him,
he's hurt.
Yeah. As soon as I
Whereas
saw
when
him
you
go
see
down, I
people
was like,
rolling
yeah, it's
about,
fucked.
you still see it now. The roll about, and you think, well, he's not hurt then, because if you're hurt, you don't roll about.
Is that his same knee he did before as well?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Potentially, I don't know. But
I don't know if
it won
it's
at
his
Liverpool,
knee
but
or
when
his ankle. That's because he said it's a lower leg injury, so I think it might be his ankle.
Right.
Because
when he was at Sociedad, he did his ACL, didn't he? And he was out for ages.
He is injury prone, though. He is injury prone. He missed about a lot of games for Newcastle as well. It's not like it's all new for him.
I think it was a bit unlucky,
of
but yeah, he got fucking studded about 5 minutes before that as well, didn't he? And then he went and scored. And got crunched
I do think Spurs were just, they were dirty, weren't they?
They're a horrible team. Like a team full of little bitches.
Yeah, their heads have completely gone, and I think it's not Frank's fault. They need a good squad refresh.
Yeah, as soon as Oak goes against them, we'll just kick crap out at the other team, and it's not just one or two players. It's all majority of them. It's mad. It's mad out how they.
Getting themselves sent off as well, like Romero. I mean, I know we.
That's just absolutely ridiculous. Romero.
I know he felt a hand on his back when Atiku, I think, is a great player, and he goes down. But a 6'5" centre half should not go down if someone puts his hand on their back.
Yeah. I think Romero knew that ball was going over his head, and he tried to play for anything he got because he knew he weren't getting to it. So he tried to make a meal of it. But the sending off for Romero is just ridiculous. You're the club captain. You can't be behaving like that.
He got booked for that goal against Atiku. He said he moaned to the referee too much, and they booked him for that. So he's got himself a yellow card because he thought he was fouled, even though he weren't, because he was trying to win a foul, which I hate, which I just despise everything about that. So he gets himself booked for acting like a prick, and then he gets sent off. It's like, well, you're not helping your team out.
I wonder if he gets more games because he didn't react well when he got sent off either. He went after ref. I think it was Van Dijk who actually got hold of him to try and get him away from ref because he was looked like he was gonna stick his nuts on ref or something because he was going.
I know. I think Xavi Simons wanted Christmas off. I'll just go and scrape my leg down back of Van Dijk's calf. I don't think it was a direct red. I think a yellow would have been fine, but I can see why I got sent off for it.
Yeah, I can in today's. I'm not even sure it's a tackle. You know, like it is bad because of where he stands on Van Dijk, but he's sort of like running with Van Dijk, and Van Dijk just makes that like sharp turn left, and it's like at that same moment, Xavi Simons is making a step, and he sort of like steps on him rather than it being like a sliding tackle, and you're thinking like, how much force can there be if that's a red? You know, like, and you've got to be like, what do they say? You've got to be like. Out of control. Well, he wasn't out of control in that tackle, was he? He just stood on him.
Yeah, it's weird. But, yeah.
I don't know, but I just think it's getting worse.
You know when Richarlison scored? He like puts his hand on his throat, pins him down, and nothing gets said. Watch it back. You go, hang on, that's assault. That is literally assault.
Well, that's just because he's already on a yellow. And then they don't get involved, do they?
Fair play to Atiku. There's literally no reaction at all, and I thought that was really good by him because he could have easily stood up and argy-bargy and all that sort of shit. And he didn't even react to it, but he literally pins him down. Honestly, if you watch it back, Richarlison scores. I think, I'm just going to push someone's head into the ground. All right.
Yeah, I was saying that in lobby with Ben because he could have got sent off as well because he got booked after the final whistle as well. So could have got a second yellow.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players there, and all their fans just keep doing is slagging the manager off all the time. But I think their squad needs a huge refresh.
Yeah, well, they're all booing Kudus yesterday. Well.
I'm sure there's loads of Spurs fans at TalkSport Towers, right?
There's loads of them. They're all Spurs fans.
Who else played? Man City. Here we go. Man City, right? Erling Haaland. His goals yesterday, right? I watched Wednesday so much times. The ball never goes into our striker's feet like that. It like just rolls in front of him. Goes, oh, have a shot, mate. He has a shot. It bounces straight back to him. And you're like, fuck off, mate. I don't like you make your own luck and that sort of stuff. And he scored a hell of a lot of goals. But both of his goals, like the ball just goes back to him. It's like a magnet. And you're like, this is not fair, is it? You know?
Oh no, it's just, it's, people always say it's so easy, don't they? All he's got to do is stand in middle and kick it in goal. But there's an absolute art to it, isn't there? Just being in the right place at the right time and timing those moves that you're literally walking onto it and it's just in your stride, shot at goal.
Well, we've got a striker called Ike Ugby at the moment, haven't we, Dan? And Christ alive.
It looks like someone's opened all his advent calendar doors. You know what I mean? On like the 22nd of November, and he's come downstairs and he's like, oh God, and his head's gone. Like one of them problem kids you get that your kid always seems to be at primary school with. You know what I mean? And there's always one of them, and you're like, oh God. This is not me talking about like the autistic kids and the kids with genuinely difficult. I'm talking about just the kid that's just an absolute bellend. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's opened all of Ike Ugbo's advent calendar. That's a long gag, innit? Fucking hell, Butch. But you know what I mean? The one that crushes matchbox cars under rocks for spare time. That type of kid. One massive forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. Receding hairline at the age of 13 years old.
Yeah. And when you're trying to talk to him, you're like, how's it going? I ain't seen you in a while yet. And you get absolutely caught away that you're like, bro, you are 15 and you look like Homer Simpson. Like, you know what I mean? Them kids. Anyway. Ike Ugbo.
Erling Haaland, what a player. His second goal, Joe, it was like, have you seen the second goal? Where it's like there's two West Ham defenders and it's like, have you seen it, Ben? Has anyone seen this goal?
Yes, I've seen it.
And the ball was like trickles through everyone. And then he just like he lands to his feet and he goes, oh, put that in the top corner, see you later, lads. He runs off. And he sit there and he go, how the fuck has that even happened? And it happens every week for the geezer. And they make it look so easy, Man City, and I think that's probably why they probably will win the league. Because I just think going forward, they're such a joy to watch. Ben, I mean, Shirky, he's 21.
Does he just play football in his slippers or something? Because he just looks like he's just having a great time, doesn't he? He just like everything's on his terms, and he's so silky. Like if I think come the end of the season, people will be talking about him arguably being the best signing of the summer because he is one hell of a player. Sure, he's only just got started.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
And there's an element about playing in your slippers as well. Like these Brazilian kids all played barefoot, and Jerky clearly played in slippers. Those ones with like the kilt pattern, the tartan pattern on top from the 80s. You know what I mean? And it's like if you learn to do it in them, then you're mint. You're like running with a parachute on, or learning to do the Michael Jackson spin in your mum's kitchen wearing socks. That type of thing. I bet he did play in slippers. They did.
Well,
and Reinders is the other one.
Oh, to Georgie Reinders. What a player, God. By the way. What are you drinking, Dan?
There is no way of saying this without sounding like a Yorkshire shit kicker. Or, you know what I mean, right? So you know how you've got some beers that have got like a foreign name, right? And if I said it in the foreign way, I'd sound really pretentious. But if I said it in my normal voice, I'd sound like a shit kicker.
It's Cruz Campo, isn't it?
It's Cruz Campo, yeah, it is, yeah, of course it is, yeah. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't walk as a Yorkshireman into a bar and go, oh, I will have a Cruz Campo. I can't say that, right? However, if I also walked into a bar and went, I'll have a Cruz Campo, you know what I mean? It's a word I avoid saying.
I just point to it. One of them, please, mate.
That one.
Hey, Ben, I'll tell you something. I can't believe this. But I'm kind of glad from my predictions at the start of the season. I said you can't lose 4 your back 5 and still be good. Bournemouth had an unbelievable start to the season, but they're down to 14th now. Right down there. What's happening?
Well, I don't really. I can't really tell you, mate. Yeah, I just think they were definitely, obviously, punching above the weight, weren't they? With what they had, and it's probably going to get worse for them because Semenyo won't be there, will he? He'll be gone in January.
He's gone in January. Isn't it? It's Man United and Man City, by the looks of it.
Well, if his release clause 65 million quid in today's day and age, no one's going to wait around. That'll just get paid. Because 65 million quid's nothing, is it now? And I know that sounds mental, but it's not.
I know. Mariakos be like, release clause? You can't be telling people about release clauses. What you get?
Yeah. You're getting pictures of his wife and kids. Look. What a mentalist.
One thing though.
But do you not think that Bournemouth?
Go on, Joe.
I was going to say, you write down there in Prem at minute is 4 points, 3 points. It's that congested.
Yeah,
a couple of wins, and
that's what I mean, right? You're absolutely right, and I feel like they're the type of team. They play Bournemouth on the They play Arsenal on the 3rd of Jan. That's the type of game they'd win. You know what I mean? They lost the stupid result against Manchester United, where they couldn't seem to keep the ball out the back of the net, and that was 4-4. Yeah. And then they lost at home to Everton, which is a shit result, but fair play to Everton at the minute. They're doing all right. But then they got a great result against Chelsea by drawing 0-0 with them. I feel like they could take points off of Arsenal 3rd of Jan. Write it down. Clip that. It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
Is it Diakite, the centre back that they bought? He's been missing for a while, hasn't he? And he was a big influence on that back four. I thought he would look really good. And I know he's been missing for a bit, and well, I presume if he is fit, he'll probably go in AFCON anyway.
Yeah, it's Semenyo going to AFCON. Pretty sure he is.
They didn't make it. Ghana didn't qualify. I think, is it Ghana?
Really?
Yeah, Ghana.
Wow, okay.
Didn't qualify.
Yeah, actually, that was big news, wasn't it?
Yeah, because there's about 3 or 4 players. I was like, oh, they're going. And I looked and I'm like, oh, no, they didn't make it. I was like, just fucking...
Well, so Semenyo scores against Arsenal and then signs for Man City the next day. Is that what we're saying? Yeah. That'd be a kick in the teeth, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But like we say, when we're having these conversations and saying like a team's like 15th, the Premier League looks like a championship table at the moment. Like one win and you just like bang straight up there. And then
actually, honestly, if Bournemouth, if they stood like that and they got 3 more points out of somewhere, right? Let's say they won one of the games they'd lost, they would be 9th. You know what I mean?
Without me saying anything,
No.
Yeah. I mean, it shows from our run. We lost, 6 in a row or something, and we've won 3 in a row and we're 5th. It's just it's such a crazy table this season. Apart from top 3, I guess, now. Everyone's sort of, we in 6 points, down to sort of 14th, 15th, I think, last time I checked table.
Yeah, with this European coefficient as well, like being the top 8, top 9, get European football now. I mean, it's wide open for everyone, isn't it, really?
And Arsenal ground it out again, didn't they? And we're very, very lucky. And we're very lucky, in my opinion.
Very lucky. I think I watched the highlights back, and I think Everton could have 2 penalties, to be honest.
Yeah, the Saliba one, 100%. I don't know how many times you've seen that being given this year, but plenty. I don't understand why this time they turned...
season before, and it's been a penalty I hate seeing. Oh, he's kicked someone else's shoe.
But did you see the reasoning they gave? They said that they didn't think it was sufficient impact when he kicked him. And I just don't understand, because all of the times when you've seen it and someone's like barely touched anyone, and they'll just go, well, he didn't get the ball, he kicked the bottom of it. And this time they've used the phrase to protect the decision that there wasn't sufficient impact. I'm baffled.
Listen, I can always bring every conversation back to Sheffield Wednesday. It's an art, isn't it, Dan? We can do it, can't we? Barry Bannon started the season when he got sent off for that sliding tackle. He goes in, wins the ball, and then Harry Winks slides into Bannon.
Yeah, that was never a red in a million years.
And then Bannon got a yellow card.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. And then the other similarity is Gyökeres being given the penalty, but Gyökeres actually scored it, whereas Ike ballooned it when they went out last year.
Oh, yeah.
Same sort of thing. Hey, this guy's confidence is on its arse. Let's give him a penny. Here you go.
Oh, Josh
Gio.
scored 5 in a row. I went,
Yeah.
You have this pen.
That cost us a full 3 points and all, didn't it?
Yeah, I laughed my head off.
It's a full-on Mike Bassett moment, that, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ballsy, you take Ballsy.
Can't hit a band or
Fucking Rufus Smalls. Oh, what a film. Absolutely what a film. Do we think the bottom... We're going to wrap it up now. How did Sunderland get on? I don't want to talk about Leeds United. I'm very happy for you. Calvert-Lewin's winning. But as a Wednesday fan, it's very, very annoying seeing how good a Yorkshire giant can be. And we're fucking horrendous. Calvert-Lewin, I'm very shocked. I thought he'd be injured by now, and he's not. He's scoring every week. I'll tell you what, I'll put him in the fantasy league team. He'll be done next week.
Honestly, I can't live in a world where people think that Dominic Calvert-Lewin's a good striker, and he's scored something like 6 in 5 now, hasn't he, for Leeds United? Like I have been banging that drum that Dominic Calvert-Lewin is shite for about 10 years. Right? I've been like, he's fucking rubbish. He's absolutely trash. This bloke's shit. He had one good season for Everton, and when they interviewed him at the back end of the season, and they said, "Oh, Dominic, you've had a really good season." He said, "Yeah." Carlo Ancelotti said to me, "Put your logos round this, chaps, because I'm going to drop some knowledge bombs on you." He said, "Ancelotti told me he wanted his strikers in the box, so I stayed more in the box." Well, fuck me. We've solved football.
He told me to get it box.
Striker in box extravaganza. Put that on your Tyndall nerd list, lads. Fucking hell, we've got strikers in the box.
Sweet, Kane as well.
Isn't it? Isn't it? And apart from that season, he's been shite. And then when Leeds signed him, I was like, good, because he's shit. The nice scoring bloody goals. I'm furious about it. I'm angry about it, lads.
Scored in 5 games in a row.
Yeah, we're not jealous at all. We're not jealous.
It's all right. He'll snap his ACL next week anyway, and he'll be out.
We're minus 15 in League One next season. We're not jealous at all.
Isn't it?
Right, but before I've got a quiz in a minute. It won't last long, but it's a funny quiz. Do we think the bottom 3 here in the Premier League are going down now?
What we got? It's Burnley, Wolves, West Ham.
I think you could just put them in the Championship now and they'd be mid-table. They're terrible.
Yeah, unless West Ham spend some money, they're looking bothered, don't they? Because they've got.
Well, they're linked to Strand Larsen. Funny enough.
Yeah.
Strand Larsen. Oh, Strand Larsen. You can't help but sing it every time, can you? But I tell you what, right? And I think, a sensible man would say, yes, West Ham, Burnley, Wolves will go down. And West Ham are 5 points off Nottingham Forest, who are the team above them. But somehow, West Ham, apart from, I think they went down for one season around 2005, didn't they? For the entirety of the Premier League, 80% of the time, they always seem to pull something out the bag. They manage to string some results together and manage to pull it off. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they manage it. But for some reason, I still think Leeds are going to get dragged into it. And I don't know why. Like, it's football, right? And it's still relatively early days, and Leeds can fuck off. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin can gain the bin. But I think Leeds are going to get dragged into that because, again, I won't live in a world where Dominic Calvert-Lewin's good and people think that Daniel Farker and his fruity accent is a good manager.
I know, we live in a world where Dominic Calvert-Lewin's good and people are telling us that Charlie McNeil's a good player.
Isn't it? Rubbish.
I think West Ham will be all right if they buy some legs in centre midfield because at the minute they're just getting run all over. Because they're so slow, all 3 of them.
They've not replaced Declan Rice well at all. They need a big shit kicker centre back, and they need a string puller in the middle of the park.
Well, you look at they've sold Rice,
who can't score.
and the striker stay in the box, right?
They sold Rice and Kudus for 160 something million, and they've signed Tadibo.
Yeah,
and that's about it really. Kilman, Tadibo, and who else? Fulcrum. Fernandez looks all
Fulkrug.
right, but he's...
I tell you what, I thought when they signed Fulkrug, I thought that's a right signing. That's a proper West Ham signing. That I don't know why, but it seemed like it was okay. Everything was all right in the world, and then he's been shite, and now he's trying to get out the back door, isn't he?
Yeah, have you been to the stadium yet to watch a game of football, Dan?
I went and I hated every single second of it. It is that crap. It is crap. It's taken out what made West Ham West Ham.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They were on top of you. They were, it was a difficult place to go, like Millwall and all the rest of it.
It was
yeah.
Like right in the houses. You had to go. You had to walk through the streets to get to it. Right, East London.
And now you're buying popcorn and pizzas. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Game's gone.
4-4-2. Goalie win.
Isn't it?
Right. Well, I'll end on a quick quiz. Game of categories. I've done this because Dan hates this. It's Boxing Day coming up. Next fixture's Boxing Day. You will see an image posted on social media of Boxing Day 1963, where a lot of goals were scored.
Oh, God.
Won't you, Dan? You'll see this image.
Yeah.
Every Boxing Day you see it.
Yeah.
Name a team who played in that Division 1 1963 on that famous Boxing Day.
Oldham.
We'll start with Dan. Oldham, he says.
Oldham.
1963, Dan, are you sure?
It's 1967, isn't it?
I've got 63 here, pal.
All right. Hang on. Didn't we batter somebody 3-0? Like
We did.
was it? Was it Bolton?
We did beat Bolton, so you just give someone an answer. So
Great.
But we did beat Bolton 3-0. It's almost like you've seen this picture a lot, Dan. It's almost like you've seen... Name a team, Joe, who was in the Division 1, not the Premier League. Football did happen before the Premier League, funny enough, in 1963.
I go Bolton. Or are we going for a different one?
Oh, well done, Joe. Well done. You're into the next round. Ben, go for
Arsenal.
Arsenal, he says. No, Arsenal were not in the Division 1 in 1963.
No.
Fucking hell, shit club, tin pot club there, Arsenal.
Tin pot, mate.
I don't know then. I can't tell you me. 1963 knowledge is very good, mate.
Oh, you're out, mate. You are. So
Good.
Dan.
Is it me again? Do I get another go?
Yeah, you get another go.
Right. I want to say in there's a double figures result, isn't there?
There is. Yeah.
11-1 or something.
It's 10-1. It's 10-1.
10-1.
Ipswich.
Ipswich are the one who got the one. Ipswich got the one.
Oh, so I didn't get the one that got the big result.
No. Ipswich got one.
Right.
They conceded 10.
Brilliant. What a time.
The reason why this post gets pictured every time, every Boxing Day, is because a lot of goals happen.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, we know. Joe, your go.
Leeds. I think I remember seeing Leeds on that. Might be wrong.
You are wrong. Dan, you win.
I thought I was out first round. I thought Joe won that one, but I thought I fucked it with Oldham. But I don't know the rules. But yay, game's gone.
We'll let you go. You've got the year wrong. But I don't think.
Thanks, man.
I still don't think Oldham were in 1967 either.
Brilliant. Founded Premier League team.
I'll just run through the fixtures. It was Blackpool 1, Chelsea 5, Burnley 6, Man United 1, Fulham 10, Ipswich 1, Leicester 2, Everton 0, Liverpool 6, Stoke 1, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United 3-3, Wednesday beat Bolton 3-0, West Brom 4, Tottenham 4, West Ham 2, Blackburn 8, and Wolves versus Aston Villa was 3-3. But you'll see that image. I'll tell you now, you will see it next week at some point.
Well, unfortunately, we won't see results like that on Boxing Day because there's only one fucking game.
Oh, absolute disgrace, isn't it?
I tell you what, though, Joe, we're playing Hull City at home, so we could get beat 10-1. You know what I mean? So we might get one of them. Might get one of them there.
You'll be putting it up there for the 1963 Division 1 table. Yeah.
Are you all excited for Christmas? Do you like Christmas?
I love it. I get to eat and drink all day.
Great.
No.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's all.
Hey, listen, lads. I've got a group chat with a couple of my mates, and I'll not tell you the real name of it because it'll get us cancelled. But the
we haven't got started yet.
we have these topics and conversations that we talk about a lot, and like a grown man should not be doing these things, right? You know what I mean? So, for example, a lot of mine are about ketchup. I don't think a grown man should be ordering ketchup or eating ketchup in public specifically.
Completely agree.
Do you know what I mean? And one of them was a Christmas-based one, and I said what are you doing? You know what I mean? And three of us were, we're all drinking beer and eating cheese. That's what we're doing. And one of them went,
Very London.
I'm gonna go and wash the car. Fuck off.
In the winter.
That's annoying, right? That's annoying. So going to go and wash the car. Do you want to hear the list before you wrap it up, Blair?
Yes,
I've written them down.
Please.
I've written them down. The lad's name that irritates everybody with his middle class ways is called Chris Emery. I'm going to out him on the internet, and we call it a full demo. So, for example, right, this is a grown man. This is a grown ass man who's 41 years old. Right? Are you ready?
Yes.
Goes to a restaurant, orders a Caesar salad. Enjoys a pint of Coors. Spends his afternoon. Yeah, he loves a Madry. He loves a shit lager, right? And one of the other lads runs a brewery, and it's pale ales and lagers. We've got access to all this bit, right? Spends half his Sunday ironing his work shirts. That's one he does. Enjoys a seafood pizza.
Oh no!
Right. Right, and then I've got one here. Jet washed the car on Christmas Eve instead of eating cheese. And then right, this is the best one. I'll leave you on this one. For his 40th birthday, his parents asked him, it's a milestone birthday, something like that. His parents asked him what he wanted for his birthday, and he received what he asked for from his parents, his mum and dad. Right, this is his mum and dad. They asked him what he wanted, and he got it. It was a Brabantia bin, and he was well happy about it. A bin.
Speaking of bins, right? I was in this outlet the other day, and I saw a bin, right, and it was 150 quid for a bin.
Was it a Brabantia?
Maybe potential. Had the potential to be one, maybe, but you just put shit in it. Why do you? It's a bin. It's a bin.
In it.
It's
in it.
In it.
Very cool.
Right. I like Christmas. I'm gonna end on a somber note, to be honest. There's a line in that episode of Doctor Who, and it's brilliant. And it was Peter Capaldi says, "Every Christmas is someone's last Christmas." So just don't be a knobhead and just be nice to people. Anyway, we'll end it on that. Cheers, lads.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Blair. See you, pal.